There's always a special feel to the evening on opening night. Wouldn't you agree, Chris?
I agree. For players and fans alike, I mean, this is the one night you actually get to believe that you have a chance of winning the championship because it's 0-0. Not until after the game does reality set in. So this is a great night for everyone. Optimism abounds.
Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Westbrook and Robertson are the backcourt pair. Paul George is out there with Anthony, and it's Adams in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
There's no shot James can't make, especially when he's deep inside and has the D on their heels.
Westbrook kicks to George, 14 feet away, and that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook.
There's no lack of aggression on his part. When he's got the chance to score, he'll take it.
It's a pick by Love. Love with the screen for James. Tipped away. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. From 13 feet, it goes down.
And the mid-range jumper really right in George's comfort zone. When he isn't blowing by guys and finishing at the rim, he's knocking that one down with consistency.
And that replay presented by Under Armour showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another unleashed chaos moment. Here's George. The Cavaliers making the shot. Outside Westbrook. Launches a three. Thompson with the rebound. Oklahoma City on D. Thomas, it's a wide open look. Connects from three-point range. Thomas got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, the three-pointer has always been a big part of Thomas's arsenal. I mean, the quick release, able to hit on the move.
Here's Westbrook. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Their offense has been great here.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
Now here's Thomas. Back to James. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. And it's Westbrook. That time on the assist by George. Westbrook's got his first bucket of the night.
Oh, the floater's a tough shot, even when you're that close to the bucket.
And Paul George kind of made it known of his desire to leave for L.A. after this season, but big risk for the Thunder to make that move and trade for him.
James.
Well, you got to be careful now, James. Always looking to get to the line whenever you can.
This is his first free throw of the game.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
Both free throws good from James. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Westbrook against Thomas. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And for Paul George, who knows what the future holds for him. But, Greg, he is a great fit, it would seem, for the Thunder.
Listen, you give the Thunder another star to pair with Westbrook. And they're taking a leap of faith here with George.
Both free throws good from Westbrook. Greg, when you think about the franchises in the league that have sustained success, who are always competitive, Oklahoma City should be right there at the top.
I mean, just look at the records for the Thunder, and their success really does speak for itself. 8 straight seasons of 500 or better basketball. Only the Spurs and Rockets can also make that claim.
Love moves the ball so well, especially when he spots an open man.
Outside, George, and Robertson has it in the corner. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Cleveland leading by 3. James kicks to Thomas. Back to LeBron. And there's 1:45 left to play in the first. No good that time. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. Here's Robertson. Wade is covering. Westbrook dishes to George. Anthony with it, picked up by Love. Anthony, the pass to George. They get it again. Second shot opportunity. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The Thunder have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Crowder, he's checked in for Thompson. Smith comes in for James. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Rose in for Isaiah Thomas. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And as you would expect, Steven Adams has grown into a larger role with this team. Really came in as a guy who could defend and rebound, but starting to become more of a factor within their offensive framework.
Nice work offensively, and Crowder caps it off inside.
Thunder trailing by 3. There's 57 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Abrinas. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Patterson. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. And Greg, with Adams, he hasn't just been given more opportunity to display what he can do on offense. He's earned it.
You hit it right on the head. And as an example, a guy that was a bad free throw shooter, all of a sudden he became respectable because of his work ethic last season. Much more nimble in the paint than most would think. Just good awareness, and he knows when to pick his spots.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Patterson, and it's all evened up. Patterson's got his first 3 points of the game. Now here's Rose. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. The shot's good from Smith.
Now look at this. This is one of Smith's specialties. He has a quick release fire off the pass.
Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Cavaliers ahead, up by 3. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And a chance to hear from LeBron James as he talked about the challenge of remaining calm and collected throughout the ups and downs of the NBA season.
For me, at a younger age, I was never even keel. We would win a playoff game when I was younger. I was excited out of my mind, and then you would lose, and I was the worst person in the world. But I think at this point in my career, I kind of stay even. One game shouldn't affect the next game. You know, you go out and play as hard as you can, live with the results.
Again, just another part of the maturation process for LeBron. He's become such the consummate pro.
He is absolutely as solid and steady as a rock at this point in his career. Nothing rattles him. Nothing throws him off his game.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
Listen, early on taking the league, I just like their approach offensively.
Yeah, right. Only the first quarter. Don't over-panic, but it seems like their strategy is working. We'll see if the other side can counter.
Rose is out there with Kyle Korver. Then there's J.R. Smith. Then it's Jay Crowder, and it's Love in at center. That's the group for Cleveland going right now here in the second.
And Jay Crowder, one of the bigger pieces in the trade that brought him to Cleveland, always seemed to be the odd man out with the revamped roster in Boston. But he's got some strength and length on that wing, also some toughness and depth.
Christian can't get it to go. Cleveland leading by 5. Smith kicks to Rose. Love with the screen for Rose to the inside. Love inside. Adams defending. Offensive rebound. The kick out to Crowder. He dishes it to Korver. It's good from long range. Korver's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Some great awareness being shown by Crowder. Spotted the open man and made a fantastic dish.
And for the Cavs, getting Crowder in the deal was a big part of why they went with it. He's helped fill a couple of holes Cleveland had, and he's also on a friendly contract, so he'll be a part of this team down the road.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Guys, the league may have never seen a player with more control on and off the court than LeBron James. He is a superstar, a playmaker, a coach on the floor. Some say he's the GM. He even has a stake in a player agent business. LeBron says it's his dream to one day own an NBA team. Well, he's certainly getting some practice. Kevin?
No question about it, David. He's well on his way. As important a player as we've ever seen in basketball. Now, here is Smith. There's Rose with the three. It's hauled in by George. Here's Anthony, and it's Anthony with the jam.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Outside Crowder. Here's Shumpert. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Shumpert's got his first basket.
The mid-range jumper, one of his specialties.
George dishes to Westbrook. And Chris, usually the guys who score a lot of points get all the attention. But if you had to pick some who don't get a lot of credit for the way they fill it up, who would some of those names be?
That's tough. I think anytime you have a guy like DeMarcus Cousins, who's a big guy and one of the top leading 5 scorers in the league, I think he doesn't get enough credit for scoring. His teammate, Anthony Davis, probably because of his record and his team not winning as much, doesn't get enough credit. Kawhi Leonard, because he's quiet and unassuming, doesn't grab that credit. And then you got guys like Gordon Hayward, who's just coming onto the scene, Kemba Walker, who's exciting, and Jimmy Butler. I mean, it's a lot of guys that don't get enough credit. And if you want to go to the West Coast and go back to point guards, go to Damian Lillard, who felt he was snubbed as an all-star. But that's the great thing about this league. There's so many great players. You got to play hard every night to get some credit. Because if not, someone else is deserving to have their name up there just as well.
Now here's Thomas. Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. To the paint. He's looking for James and finds him.
That's just the vision of Thomas, spotting the open man and delivering the ball on time and on target.
Thunder trailing by 12. Anthony kicks to Roberson. They set the pick. Thompson against Patterson. The shot by George, wide open. And again, Oklahoma City, no good.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
The screen from Thompson. Back to LeBron. Out to Wade. Over Patterson. Here's Thompson. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. And the Cavaliers lead by 14. The Thunder have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. There's 57 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And Robertson has it in the corner. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet.
Well, that's a shot they'll be happy with on every trip, no matter who's taking it.
The screen from Thompson. Jumper off the screen. LeBron James again. LeBron's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And James prepares himself for every situation. Excellent at being in the right spot off the pick.
Roberson the pass to Westbrook. Three-pointer. Cavaliers with the rebound.
Look, they cannot leave him open like that. The D got away with one there.
Wade kicks to James. Pulls it from 20. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
I'll give him that shot again. He'll probably hit it. That's a good look.
Here's Anthony. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. Anthony's got his second bucket tonight.
And the shooting form of Anthony, just perfect. He's dangerous with the catch and shoot and just terrific.
Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. At the end of the period, they held a 3-point lead. They played a determined brand of basketball in the second quarter and began to pull away as we reached the half. That 11-point lead must be looking good to them right now. What'd you think, Shaq, about Cleveland?
I like their commitment to that inside game, boy. Get it inside to the post. Got to be scoring in the post, splashing to the basket. Just shoot the high percentage shot. No jumpers, no threes. They're being a more aggressive team, the more physical team. They're definitely going to win this game, Ernie.
Kenny, what was your takeaway on Oklahoma City?
Well, they're facing a team that shot very well in the first half. Now, that being said, they probably weren't aggressive enough on the defensive end. That was the difference.
So that'll do it for now as we send you courtside with Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K crew for the start of the second half.
Welcome back, folks. So much to do here in downtown Cleveland and East 4th Street, right in the heart of it all. And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. Thunder trailing by 11. And for the contending teams like the Cavs, the buyout market has proven to be critical, a very important way to add talent around the deadline.
Yeah, think about what the Cavs did last season. I mean, they got D. Williams, Andrew Bogut, just what they needed, playmaking and shot blocking. Unfortunately, Bogut got hurt. Still, those veteran pieces can make a big difference.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So the Thunder 5 right now. Westbrook and Robertson are the backcourt pair. Adams is out there with Anthony, and it's George in at the 3 slot. Westbrook drives in. Count that bucket. Westbrook's got 6.
Like how confident Westbrook is close to the rim. Gets high off the ground and releases his shot quickly.
The screen from Thompson. Love outside. He's looking for LeBron and finds him. Over George. James, no good.
Hey, look, that's what they want. The ball is in his hands in the post. Just didn't have the touch that time.
And there's the feed to Westbrook. Westbrook missing again. The Cavaliers leading by 11. Thomas kicks to LeBron. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. Thomas got 3 assists in the game.
Well, it's nice to have an option like him every time down the court.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
Yeah, and Kevin Love played the first 6 years of his NBA career with the Minnesota Timberwolves, posting guarding numbers. I mean, but he never was able to guide them to the playoffs. He was more than ready to join the Big Three in Cleveland.
And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Crowder, he's checked in for Thompson. Smith comes in for LeBron. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Thomas. The Thunder also changing it up. Grant, he's checked in for Anthony. Alex Abrinas comes in for Roberson. And Chris Dunn's subbed in for Russell Westbrook. And the thing that stands out is Kevin Love's unselfishness. He's such a team player. See, Webb, he knew he'd have to make sacrifices in Cleveland, and he has.
Yeah, he's made big sacrifices, and it's taken some time for them to gel. I mean, once Kevin figured out when and where to assert his game, he was a big impact when he gained confidence. He's only getting better.
A little shot fake there, got the D out of position. Rose has got the lead up to 14 now for the Cavs. Screen by Adams. And Kristen kicks to Grant. Pass to Kristen. Screen by Grant. Here's Abrinas. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
Oh, the floater's a tough shot, even when you're that close to the bucket.
The Cavaliers leading by 12. Love with the screen for Rose. There's the pass to Love. Shoots over Adams. Again, the Cavaliers score.
I like the decision-making from Love right there. He's a solid shooter who feels comfortable shooting from here.
And Kristen kicks to George. Shoots from 14. Cavaliers with the rebound.
Look, it would be a huge boost for them if he could start knocking these down.
Passes it to Crowder. The dish to Smith. Cleveland moving the ball around. Rose kicks to Smith. That's a pick by Love. Just 5 on the clock. Crowder, the pass to Love. Goes back up, and it's finished off by Korver as he lays it in. Korver's got his second basket of the night.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Pass to George. The 3 buries the long-range jumper. Greg, you watch the Thunder play, and it's clear that this team comes out looking to attack. Everyone on the team wants to put it on the floor and go right at the rim.
And part of that is their leader, Westbrook, just setting the tone. I mean, team finished near the top in points in the paint last season, and the addition of Paul George just helps to enforce that strength.
Count it. Rose has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And as long as he retains that great explosion in his legs, Derrick Rose will be a factor around the rim.
Here's Kristen. George, no good.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
He tries for 3. The kick out to Rose. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Smith for 3. He can't hit that time. Thunder trailing by 15. Here's Kristen. They set the pick. Kicks it to George. Lets it go with a 3. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
And money to end the quarter there with the triple.
That's a great way to finish off the quarter. Knocking down a look like that is a big confidence builder heading into the locker room.
And so it's Cleveland, enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. We come back right after this. Now let's hear what head coach Billy Donovan was reviewing with his team in the huddle.
We got to now start to anchor down defensively right now, trust each other, and trust the loads. It's not just one-on-one defense, it's together.
A little help from your friends. This is what Billy wants. He wants a lot of communication, wants teamwork. And guys, you were talking during that break. Do you think his team is listening?
Well, you know, you also have to credit the other team. And I always say, you know, they get checks on the 1st and 15th also. I mean, the offensive play calling is having an effect, and let's just see how they respond.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the 4th. LeBron and Crowder, the tandem at forward. Thomas is out there with Dwayne Wade, and it's Thompson in at the center position. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Good on that shot, and with that, the Cavalier lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Patterson.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
LeBron kicks to Thomas. And the layup falls.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Outside Westbrook. We've played just over 1 minute here in the 4th quarter. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Isaiah Thomas.
And one thing you have to say about Russell Westbrook, he is an absolute star. I mean, the type of player you can build around and win with. Just the total package on the offensive end of the floor.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. The numbers Westbrook put up last season in his MVP run, Greg, just staggering.
And you figured his numbers would get a bump, but I don't think anybody could have expected this guy to average a triple-double. I mean, arguably the most impactful superstar in the league.
Here's Thomas. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Aggressive move to the bucket, and the D is ready for it.
Outside, George. Westbrook kicks to Patterson. Patterson, the screen. Patterson, a screen on Crowder. Roberson off target with his 3. Cleveland leading by 7. Wade with it. The putback.
Look, Thompson's getting after it. A highly skilled offensive rebounder who crashes with power.
Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Westbrook against Thomas. Outside for George. Patterson setting the pick for George. And Robertson has it in the corner. 6 to shoot. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Wade outside. George against James. Over George. LeBron can't get it to go.
Wasted opportunity. That's a good chance right there for an easy 2 on the open jump.
From 11 feet away, and the shot no good, a bit short.
Not easy to miss a clean look inside like that, but he manages to do it.
And it's Paul George with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Love's check in for the Cavaliers. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Adams checked in. Wade kicks to Thomas. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And had the right idea there in calling for the screen, but he was just slow to get to the spot and didn't get set.
Yeah, as a big fella, that's the thing, Greg. You got to be quick in setting those screens. If you get a little lazy, you get called for it.
Here's Westbrook. And it's Westbrook again missing. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Thomas against Westbrook. Lets a floater go. Adams, some nice D.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Well, that takes physical ability, good timing, those 2 things that he possesses.
Banked in off the glass.
Nice work to get in position for the rebound and the putback. He has no off switch.
Thomas dishes to James. Thompson outside. Back to James. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
James is just a versatile scorer. When he's feeling it, get out of the way and let him do his thing.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. They're trailing by 9. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. A chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. Wade outside. Love with the screen for Wade. Anthony against James. Love outside. Good, and the assist goes to James. And now it's a 12-point Cavalier lead.
And leaving nothing to chance here on this game-clinching run.
Yeah, that offense shifted into high gear. I love the attack mindset.
If you leave him alone, he'll drain that mid-range jumper all day long.
And Cleveland can just let the clock run down here. And so it's